Hey, so I just want to have a quick chat with you about the glorification of working hard, and what inspired me to make this video is I walked into a Starbucks and it had the song, "There ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. We got bills to pay. We got mouths to feed." And what's the lyrics? You get it. It's pretty much just a song explaining American society. We gotta survive. We got to put food on the table. We have to do all these things. And how this incorporates into my message of what I'm saying in my channel is, in order to survive in this way, you have to lose a portion of your humanity. You have to forsake the self. You have to. And this lighting is like blah. But anyway, so when you forsake the self and you lose your humanity, you inevitably create negative karma, because by way of existing in this way, you mistreat others. You can't be there for them. You can't pick up the phone. You can't, you have to do whatever you have to do in order to feel good, to keep going on this path. And sometimes whatever you gotta do to feel good is to cheat, rob, lie, steal, do whatever. Sometimes it gets to that desperate point. And also with our society, we've glorified not caring about how people feel. So you bring up the issue like, okay, this life is making me not human. I feel tired, I feel sad, I feel depressed, I feel anxiety, I feel all of these things. And guess what people say? Everyone feels that. It's the normal. Everyone's depressed. Everyone's sad. Everyone's tired. Get back to work. So inevitably, the person goes back to this path and continues to create negative karma, whether they have to consciously be rotten or they're unconsciously rotten. That is what happens in order to maintain a life built on pure survival. Now, a life built on pure survival only incorporates two parts of the Holy Trinity, and that's body and mind, the tangible things, and not even really mind sometimes, because people disregard mental health. But you only incorporate those two things, and you're just in a cycle, a soul cycle of realizing any dirt or darkness, and then going right back into it, and then realizing it, and then going right back into it, and realizing it, and then going right back into it. There's no resolution. You're not cutting the circle and making it a spiral instead. And it's because we have learned fear. It's because we have learned not to trust ourselves, not to trust our heart, not to trust our path. And it's something that needs to be unlearned. And entering this information age, it's giving people information on why incorporating a soul journey is important to the human experience, so we can get out of the stage of Kali Yuga, of just ruminating in hell and cycling in it and cycling in it and cycling in it and cycling in it and incarnating and incarnating, and then breaking that cycle and ascending to higher and higher consciousness levels, to better and better experiences. And as long as America or wherever in the world believes in survival, the root chakra way of life only as getting by, we will never really resolve anything. We'll just be doing the same thing, expecting different results, or maybe even not expecting different results, succumbing to despair. And it's just, when you've done everything that you're supposed to do, when you've learned all that you can possibly learn, what's the last thing left? The unknown. And the unknown incorporates spirit, incorporates supernatural activity, incorporates faith. And I hope that this inspires people to take a good look at their life. And I know a lot of people just give up and say this is the way it is, and they decide not to think outside the box. And I mean, every soul is going to ascend eventually. You eventually going to get it. If it's not this lifetime, it's going to be another lifetime. And everyone has to go through their karmic lessons of undoing and experiencing the things that they have done to other people. And your ignorance doesn't save you. Even if you know not what you do, karmically, you still have to experience the lesson of it being done to you. Because the only way for a soul to truly understand and be empathetic and really know what it feels like is to have it done to them, so that they can understand why they would want to evolve from it. So, there ain't no rest for the wicked. And when you don't become a complete human being having a spiritual experience here on this earth, it inevitably makes you wicked. Alright. I hope that clears some things up. And I think, the way to solve the issue is to conquer fear. And I don't mean make fear go away. I mean going forward even in the face of fear. And the beginning is always the hardest. But fear is an illusion in the mind. And that's why taking back control of your mind is one of the most important things in learning and healing. And I know one of the people who helped me with that is reading Eckhart Tolle, A New Earth and the Power of Now. That has really helped in taking back what is actually happening in the now and understanding just how much power you do have, and not succumbing to unwanted ideas Instead, grounding into the ideas you want to create despite your circumstances. Because no one has power over you. No one. Not your parents, not the government, not your teachers, not your partners. No one. When you follow your heart and let God lead you and take it a step at a time and ground yourself in the now of what is actually happening, and don't make up stuff of what is unwanted and then live out that scenario, but live in the now, ground yourself in the now. That's how you make it out. All right, I love you, and bye-bye.